You know what's funny? Even though I've been up for hours, well, since 6, so almost 3 hours. Yeah, I've been up for hours. Every time I do close my eyes and do that breath, it's like I'm just waking up. Seriously, feels like I am just waking up. Oh, but maybe I am. I definitely, there's this term awakening that gets thrown around a lot. It's funny though, I've definitely been waking up over the years, but sometimes I've woken up and I feel fully awake and I feel fully in my higher, greater self, and everything's wonderful and I can take on the world and I can take on anything. And then in another moment, I'm not. I'm curled up in fetal position going, oh my goodness, I can't do it, which was me the other day when I'm going, can I sustain this? Can I, in every day, keep going? Isn't that crazy? I just find that crazy. I have over the years implemented practices that allow me to stay in a high vibration, and I'm very fully aware of that. But then what is it with those moments? And I've been learning to feel into the energy, and I guess I'm answering my own question in a way, because there are days, like yesterday was interesting. I wasn't in fetal position like I was on Sunday, and that's kind of rare. I feel like I'm trying to, I don't know, what am I trying to do here? I feel in a way embarrassed for the times when I'm in fetal position, not knowing if I can keep going. Why? Why am I in some sort of shame of I'm not doing it? What is that? I don't know the answer for that, but the other one is sometimes as I've been learning to feel into this energy, and I'm kind of teaching myself, even though I've learned a lot from watching videos and listening to people and just closing my eyes and allowing, clearing my mind from all the clutter, from all that monkey whirlwind tornado. What's going on? This happened, that happened. Round and round it goes, where it stops, nobody knows. So I think, and I could be wrong, and I'm going to say, what if those days that there's no actual attributation to I feel this way because that happened, what it sometimes feels like, and I may be wrong, I may be right. Is there such a thing as right or wrong? But I am wondering, what if that is the collective energies? Because at times it can seem really dense, really heavy, and if I haven't actually had a scenario in my life to go, oh, okay, I get it, like, then I am thinking I'm tapping into the collective field, which is interesting. And I'm wondering, how does that help me to know that? And what can I do to help? How can I help with the knowledge of the fact that at a particular point there's something dense in the collective field? You know, it's funny, like, I don't know if you notice, if you do watch these videos, I find when I'm talking, I'm not looking at the camera. I find it easier if I just let my gaze, and when I'm looking away, it's like my gaze spreads out. It just goes. So I'm doing it now, I can feel it. It's that softening of the gaze. I'm looking at everything and nothing in the same moment. Does anyone else do that? And I often call that when you soften your eyes. Soften your eyes, and I feel, I'm never actually comfy, so I feel when I'm doing that. What am I doing? I feel when I'm doing that, I am letting go the rigidity of the dense reality and allowing a bit more of that energetic realm to help me as I'm trying to find answers. So, oh my goodness. Wow, I feel like I've been releasing a lot of fear. I've actually come to conclusions at certain points. I was in the bath maybe a month ago now, and I just blurted out. I'm just lying there and allowing, and I had other epiphanies, and then I just blurted out to myself, no one there, I'm not afraid anymore. And it kind of took me, because it was like someone else was saying it, but it wasn't someone else, it was me, and it wasn't in my head. My mouth just went, blah. And what I'm finding, so I am consciously choosing this path where I'm growing. I'm pretty sure I'm growing and expanding. And it's a conscious choice. I can look back to a stage in my life when I was reasonably unconscious and not choosing. I actually recall a time in my life, and even in childhood, I feel it came sort of maybe after 5 years old, maybe 7, where thrust into school, I felt like I didn't have choice. It was almost like the understanding of having the choice to live a life experience that I'd like to was slowly buried even, or very quickly buried perhaps. And I feel like we're at a time now where we are unburying ourselves and we are clearing the stuff, for the lack of a better word, the stuff and things, as I like to say, that have accumulated and weighed us down. And none of it's bad. There's no real bad and good. There's only learning and experience. I am very much subscribing to, whether you call it the simulation theory, the hologram theory, the fact that we're in a game, the game theory, because I have seen things and experienced things that don't make sense in this world that we've been told we live in. And I think a lot of things have been implanted in our reality experience, certain foundations, certain belief systems, certain ways of being. And even though there's always been and always will be a lot of good in the world, there is this, I don't know, in my mind I was saying entity, this energy, this entity, this power. I don't even want to give it that, actually. I think that was the energy entity trying to influence my words, because anything in this world only has power if we give it to them. It's like the system of control, which is quite simply out of control, only has that power because we give it away. We've been giving it away for, I think, thousands of years, because somewhere along the line, maybe it was after one of these resets, I think we've had reset by fire, reset by flood, reset by... How many resets have we had? And in the reset, it's just being like, okay, let's just clear it all out, start again. But these energies, like this energy of control and fear, so it's definitely fear, because only fear would try to control everything in order for it to feel good. So imagine someone in fear needs everything and everyone to be a certain way in order for it to feel safe. And I think that's what's been going on. There are people in our world who are so influenced by this fear entity, energy, that they must control everyone and everything in order to feel safe. But even when they control everyone and everything, they still don't feel safe. It's so ongoing because they are trapped in the fear cycle. They're trapped in a cycle. And as we are now setting ourselves free, so will these apparent powers that were, because I'm not giving my power that way, the powers that were, that are no longer, are really holding on, and they're really in fear, but they don't realize if they let go and allow, they too will be set free like the rest of us. But it is a conscious choice in every moment and every day. You don't just do it once. I don't think we just go, right, I am choosing a better world. which I am. We don't just say that once and that's it. Everything is peaches and cream, sunshine and roses. It is a conscious choice in every moment, because every moment is new. Every frame of the movie is a new frame, even though they're all connected. So I feel it's so important to treat every day like a new day and reset again from the start. Life is beautiful, I am cared for, I am loved. I choose a better world for myself and all others. Always put that in. As you're wishing for more for yourself, make sure you do include for all others. It doesn't have to be like, oh, just that person because I like them, and just that person because they're lovely. Just do it for everyone. Like, let's stop segregating and stop boxing ourselves up. And there's also a lot of clues. Like, we cryptically give ourselves clues and understanding and insight through our books, through our movies. And I did say the other day, and I've said a few times though, in order to really shift over, there's certain scenarios that we've been putting in our movies and TV series, like the crime. There's so many crime series, aren't there? I don't watch any of it. I used to watch some things years ago, like, I don't know, a couple of decades ago, a decade or more, in the 90s. So that's a few decades. And continuing to project it, even in a movie or a TV or a book, we are hanging on to that energy. And I know I've said I'm going to be rather unpopular, but maybe it's time to let those old energies go and start telling a new story, because until we start telling the new story fully, including everyone in every part of the world, we will keep perpetuating this reality experience. Though it's inevitable that we are shifting over, it's really just a matter now of how long, even though time's an illusion. And I think too, as I'm understanding this earth split, I guess, there's a bit of a buzz about the earth split, is as the cell splits, the old earth stays intact and we have this new earth, so to speak. And I think the important part is how many people come over now, or how many people need to keep playing out that old energy. So I think if you are choosing more for yourself, you will come on over. Come on over. I'm over here already. Although the other day I felt like I was stuck in the old energy. But I keep choosing better. I want better, but I'm careful not to want it too much, that I keep it at arm's length. This is me just learning this over 50 years. Almost 51 years in a week now. I don't know, what do I feel? I feel like what am I feeling? If you feel into your body, and I feel like it's important to take the time to go, what is my body telling me? Because if I am feeling into my body now, my solar plexus is standing out to me. My solar plexus is feeling thick. It's feeling there. It's feeling like it wants to move. I didn't even know that just popped out of my mouth. It's feeling like it wants to move. I think I probably should move today then. But if we actually take the time in every day, and this is also why I think we need to slow the world down. We're just going too freaking fast. None of us are having and giving ourselves, or no, there are people that are, but a majority of people are just stuck in this, as I've said, this Groundhog Week hamster wheel that goes around and round and round and round, round, and don't know how to get off. And a lot of us know that's not good for us, so perhaps we need to, as society, go, this isn't good for us, and actually start the process of slowing down the wheel and allowing people to have the time to feel into their body, to imagine a better world for themselves, because it's really hard in survival mode. And what I'm finding, I've been healing my nervous system. I've been addressing things that have been attached to me for a long time, and consciously loving every part, trying my best not to feel shame and blame and resent or bitterness. Actually, I think I've let go a lot of the resent and bitterness. That was easier than letting go the shame and blame of not feeling enough, not being enough. And we are so hard on ourselves. Like, we're much harder, I feel, on ourselves than other people. I definitely would give people more allowances, more understanding for how they might be or what their actions might be in a negative sense that I would myself. That's a bit mean of me, isn't it? But I'm learning not to do that now. And it's just a whole process of identifying things, acknowledging things, not hanging onto them. And that's something too, that releasing things. Hang on a sec. Release. I'm stopping saying that because I release all these things that I don't like about myself. So you're going to re-sign another lease and keep them with you. So words are spells. So how can we keep using that word release for the things we don't want, But from what I understand, if you're releasing something, you're signing up for another lease of keeping them. Can anyone tell me what they think about that? So I'm really shifting to just letting go, because that, you know, that's pretty transparent. I'm letting go of something. I'm letting it go. I'm allowing it to leave my space. I'm not hanging on to it. I'm not re-signing a lease to keep it around for the next couple of decades. That is something I'd love to talk with people about, because that is used hugely in the spiritual sort of avenues of life. Release. Is it a trick trap? I'm wondering if it's a trick trap, because I'm kind of thinking it might be. But tell me what you think. I'm so excited for engaging with people. And I do actually, at some point, I'm just trying to work out how best to do it. I'm on this riverside studio, which is really good. Like, it's a great setup. I wish I'd found it earlier, but we always find things when we're meant to. But I want to talk with people again. I did... I want to talk to the people. I did do some videos a few years ago, because my whole idea was to talk with people going into the subject of what worked for you in life. What did you find? What were the pitfalls? What are the paranormal, phenomenal experiences that you've had? Because there's so much more to life. And once upon a time, not that long ago, people were ridiculed for seeing angels and ghosts and the near-death experiences. And it's wonderful to see now so many shows on this sort of stuff. But I feel really called to it, so it's undeniable. So I'm going to follow that, and I feel like it's important for us all to follow that inner calling. But here's my clause: if your inner calling causes any harm to anyone, including yourself, anything, any animal, to the earth, then you may have a entity attachment, or you may be caught up in the fear entity that is trying to influence. God, I'm going to sound crazy. But this is the thing. Thoughts are things. There are rivers of thought flow, of the positive and the negative. So be aware if it is something that could hurt anyone, you may be in a flow of energy that ain't good for you, but you can get out. And the easiest way to get out is to acknowledge it, to realize it's not yours, and don't release it, let it go, and consciously choose better. Even just choose nothing for a while, and then make sure you're looking after yourself, eating well, sleeping well, playing well. Make sure your self-talk is, even if you can't in the beginning talk positive for yourself, keep it neutral, and just start catching every time you say something negative about yourself or anyone else, because it's just not useful. It doesn't help us. There's a better way, and we're in that better way now. We're here, we've always been here. But it is now, the time is now, because it's the only time there is. On that note, I'm going to vamoose and get my stuff done, make sure I go out with a smile, keep projecting good stuff, good energy, and do that little part in the world. Because even as we all go out in our day with a smile and an open mind to everything and everyone, that we are making a difference. You might not realize it, but just by doing that, you are part of the better world, the better choices. Okay, I'm going to go before I keep talking. Okay, wherever you are, I hope you're having a beautiful morning, arvo, evening. Always sending much love, and I will pop back into Mars.